afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, May 21st, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a Tradera call tomorrow afternoon, early evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. That'll be on the Tradera line. We continue to, within ourselves, progress of our understanding of who and what we are. And it is so important that we're able to identify this with ourselves, because so much of it, from the external perspective, is distraction. It continually keeps us from ourselves. And when we find that happening, we are aware now. Before we were not aware. But it's a real good thing that majority of us have become aware that these things that are taking place, that we're aware of the ego mind and what its mission is, so to speak. And we're also aware that everything that we seek and that we learn and experience is within us. It has nothing to do with anything else but us. And some people say, well, that's being really, what do you call it, the bad selfish. That's not a good thing. But we're talking about good selfishness, which means that you pay attention to you. That you pay attention to you. And that you learn about you. Oftentimes, we are literally pulled away from ourselves and are preoccupied by external things. And then we conjure things through our thoughts that we make into reality. And it is generated by fear. It's just literally generated by fear. And the fear, as we know, is thought. And the thought is nothing. It's just a thought. And that is one of our biggest challenges, because we get these thoughts, and before you know it, we have these fears, and then the fears turn into reality. So we just let them pass through us. There's no reason to hold on to them. If we allow them to pass through us, then they don't become a reality. But see, we have a tendency to make them a reality, and most of the things that happen to us are us turning them into a reality. So it's kind of gets specific, and this is what that really helps us when we practice no attachments and no expectations, and we just go with the flow. But then again lies the thought and fear of the unknown. It's something that we have really carried with us for a very long time, and it's when we become aware of this, not only aware, but we circumvent it. We literally take it and dump it, period. And when we know, basically, bottom line, we know that we have the power to literally dispel anything. It's that doubt and then that fear that kicks in that causes us to not believe that we're not powerful, that we're that we just don't have the ability to do these things. And that's the ego mind arguing with us. That's the way it's always been. It's the way it's always been. So how do we negate that? How do we do that? How do we just dispel it so it doesn't come back? Period. So that we literally eliminate it. It isn't an issue. We don't hang on to it. We don't drag it with us. It's by going with the flow. It's by just letting go. And therein lies the challenge for a lot of us, is the actual letting go. Because we think we let go, but then we turn around and it's still there. It's like, what are you doing there? I thought I let go of you. And so we surrender to all of this goop and all of this interference that's basically it's thrown our way. And a lot of people I talk with say that, I've surrendered this and I've surrendered that. Have you? Have you really? So you take it one step at a time. You can't do it. It's very difficult to do it like overnight. But you begin to practice. And as you practice and practice and practice, you become more and more aware and clear. Like I've said, you'll start to realize that if you start getting upset, it's the ego mind. If you get distraught, it's the ego mind. If you get defensive, it's the ego mind. Right? Now, to be angry at the ego mind is not the way to go, because then that infuriates the ego mind, and the ego mind just pours on more. So to become at ease and just go with the flow and drop all your expectations and attachments, then the ego mind backs off. And then you say to the ego mind, you're not in charge, here I am. So please take a seat. And you do this to reinforce your position, your understanding of you and all the things that occur. You embrace the fact that, I'm in this canoe, I'm going downstream. I don't know where the canoe's going to take me. I really don't care. I have no expectations, but I do know that it's going to be a phenomenal adventure. And I'm going to really enjoy myself. So, in reality, from your heart mind, you live what you move into form. You live it before it's there, before it appears. So you focus on one thing, and you say, this is what I desire. This is what I desire. This is what I want. One thing, you focus on it. And then when you do that and you project it through your heart mind, you start to move the energy and form. The universe starts, and we start moving that energy and form. And you just let it go. Because you aren't expecting when, you aren't expecting how, you have no attachments to any kind of an outcome. And you're just basically saying, it's been done. It is completed. And you don't do any more. But see, what we do is we have a tendency to just kind of mess with it, Just tap on it, and revisit it, and that's not a good thing because it pushes it away. See, when you make your original intent and you say, this is what I want, and you're specific, it's not a difficult thing, and then you just let it go. because we run the risk of the ego mind taking center stage again. And that's, well, I wonder, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? And then it continues. And then it pushes it away further. So a lot of people are, they're told, well, you got to really concentrate, focus, concentrate, revisit. And that doesn't work. Because if it did, there wouldn't be any poor people on the planet. So when you say to yourself, to your heart mind, this is what I want. Okay? This is what I desire. Whatever it may be. And then you then turn around and say, okay, that's it. I'm done with it. And imagine when you have no expectations and no attachments to it, and you just let it go and you surrender. Watch what happens. Don't expect, but something will come in, and it'll be either that or better than what you had asked for. We're constantly moving out debris that we accumulate so that we can make room for our new creations. It's always moving forward, always making new creations. We're never not. No matter how small it may seem, no matter how large or in between, we are always bringing in new energies. Always bringing in new energies. And when you realize that, and you start to understand that you're literally like this. Picture this. You look at the top of your head, okay? And you have this fountain, all right? It isn't water, okay? And the fountain is perpetual. It never stops. And it's kind of a warm, pure liquid frequency, and it doesn't really soak in you. It's just absorbing within you from head to toe. And what is that fountain? It is the pure consciousness within you. It is the God. It is the God mind. And as it comes in and it cascades down through source creation, what is it? What is it exactly? It's deep eternal love. It's gratitude. It's peace. It's joy. It's prosperity. It's goodness. It's happiness. It's bliss. It's joy. It's tranquility and benevolence. And it's coming from within each and every one of us. And we don't have to create it because it's already is. So you picture yourself, all of us now, some of us aren't aware of it, so we just block it with our externality and our distraction and concerned about so many things that, and it's kind of like a catcher or canvas forms underneath it and funnels it away because we block it. Now, when you're in complete going with the flow and you have no attachments and you have no expectations and you're just kind of bebopping along, that the fountain is just literally bathing you. The fountain of the God within, of the pure consciousness, of everything that you are, coming outside of you. Isn't it amazing that we walk this planet and we keep that subdued because we're so distracted about so many things. We're so worried and we're so afraid about so many things. And if we were just to say, you know what, I just surrender, doesn't mean you're giving up. This kind of surrender is that you acknowledge the fact that you are the God, you are the pure consciousness, you are the love, you are the bliss, you are the joy. And you acknowledge that, and you surrender to it. You don't fight it anymore. You know? You don't fight it with anger, frustration, confusion, distraction. That doesn't exist. So you begin to kind of go through a metamorphosis, and you bring the God outside. And that's the fountain. It's just, it's almost invisible, but you can see as the liquid energy just pours over you. It is constant, never ending, and it is just continual love, happiness, joy, peace, tranquility, all of it. Never ends. All of us. Isn't it amazing that we don't recognize this with ourselves? That we begin to, again, we conflict with ourselves. We challenge ourselves. We're hard on ourselves. We're judgmental on ourselves. And a lot of us don't respect ourselves. And what I mean about respect is that you're very happy that you've discovered that the God is within you. And that the peace and the joy is everywhere. And that when we give that out, it affects everything. It affects absolutely everything. Now visualize this as we engage this meditation. And I want you to visualize every part of us. When I call in the archangels, the ascended masters, everyone, visualize all of them with the same kind of fountain that's bathing and saturating them. And when you visualize them through the heart-mind, it'll be endless. Everywhere you look, they will be there. There will not be any emptiness or any kind of situation where you see these big blank areas. They will fill up everything. And visualize them walking with you. Okay? Not somewhere else, but walking with you. Period. So, first thing we want to do is we want to go to a place where we're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure we all are. And we want to relax our bodies. And to relax our bodies is, again, to let go. Is to not carry any disturbances, irritations, worries, stresses, fears, anxieties, unsureness, confusion. Let it all go. Let it all off. Just let it fall away. Whatever it may be. It could be it could be a physical thing. It could be a biological happening with you. Let it go. Release it. Now, 99% of everything we experience biologically is through the years, it takes a while, but through the years it builds up stress. Stress starts to affect the tissue. So you just let it go. Surrender it so the body can relax. So the body can just kind of lay back and relax and lean into the God that you are, the pure love and the pure consciousness. The universe has all of our backs, always has. It never doesn't. So as you relax the body and you feel the stress pour off, drop away. we want to move into the now. And the now is all we have. And here's where we get a little mucked up. A lot of us go into the past, reminisce and grab the past and hug and relive it. And unfortunately, a lot of us take it with us into a future that doesn't exist. And by taking it into a future that doesn't exist, we create the future out of the past, and we relive the past and the future that we've created from the past. Not a good idea. And we don't have a future because we're creating it in the now. See, as you can see, everything's in the now. And it is up to us on how we direct that in the now. And what type of a future? What future are you designing for yourself? Now understand, it has nothing to do with what's going on outside of you. Nothing to do with the people, everything outside of you. It has everything to do with what is inside you. Period. That's it. It's exactly what it is. Now, when we recognize this and we embrace this and we're in the now, only the moment, only the space between heartbeats, it is the now. Doesn't matter what you're doing in that moment, but you're focused on that moment to moment. What does that do? It stills the mind, the ego mind, that noise, that chatter, that constant of just thousands of thoughts slamming in constantly. Have you ever said to yourself, man, I'm just really tired. I'm just tired. You physically tired? No, not really. Just weird. It's a weird tired. That's because we get fatigued of all these thoughts that are incessantly smashing on us, just coming in, bang, bang, bang. Morning, noon, night, 24/7. So doesn't it make sense that we stay in the now so that we can still that and we can be in peace, in joy? So we still it in the now. So it withdraws, ego, mind, all of it, because you're not really thinking anything in the future or the past. You're only doing now. And to keep you focused on the now, we concentrate on our breath, our breathing. We breath in through the nose, and we breath out through the mouth. Now, remember, with the breath, how important it is. We begin and visualize this. As you breath in, nice and easy breath in, nice and easy. And as you do that, you picture it, you visualize it. And the visualization is you picture the chakras going from your, let's start just with the sacral chakra. And let's start with the groin area. And then you move up through all the chakras in the body. You move up through all of them. And as you do, you find yourself moving this breath, this energy, through the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, up in the third eye chakra, into the crown chakra. And as you do this, as you bring that up, you visualize holding it right as it goes right up in the crown chakra, the back of the head, and you visualize it right there. And as you visualize it, you hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. That's it. And in that brief moment, you literally compress it into pure liquid energy. And as you do this, you literally release it onto the pineal gland. And then the pineal gland starts to respond. It's no different than a rose bud on a bush, right? Hard. It doesn't have really, it's just green, doesn't have really much. It's small. And you pour this liquid energy over the pineal and it starts to open up, expand. And understand that our pineal gland is our organ that is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to pure consciousness and beyond. So it is very important. And that's why they've done everything they can to literally destroy it. So picture that at least 6 times, bringing it up through the body, through the chakras, up into the back of the head. And then holding it briefly, I am light, I am love, I am, and then literally expressing it out over the pineal gland. We want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. Now, we also understand that while we're doing this, we have that little guy that ego mind that keeps knocking on the door. So what are you doing? Come on over here. You know, you don't need to be doing that stuff. All right? It doesn't work for you anyway. Okay? It's not working for you. So come on back over here. I'll take care of you. And see, you get to the point where you just kind of say, ego mind, you're not in charge here. I am. So please take a seat. And that's it. You don't even engage with it. So all of us operate through the heart mind. Sometimes we slip and then we find ourselves in the ego mind, but we come back to the heart mind. And we are one with all of us. We are one with the heart mind. We are one with the body, and we are one with the God, the pure consciousness. Now, visualize this. All of us, we have all of these others with us. We have the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, the archetypes. This is a civilization that vibrates at a higher frequency than we do. A large number of them can inhabit a small space. This is why 60, 70,000, 80,000 can surround us at any one time. And that's pure bliss. They sometimes visit us in humanoid form to give us messages. And then we have the Ascended Masters. And the Ascended Masters are those who have ascended out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pal, Thoth. Many, many, many more. And they're always assisting us and always around us. Now, we have ascended into physical form to experience physical form. They have experienced physical form in many ways, but they decided to stay around in their God form, their pure consciousness, to help us, to assist us. Then we have all of the inhabitants of hollow earth, beneath earth, Garcha, inner earth. There's many of these civilizations. Many, many, many. And they too are with us. And they're with us all the time. And we understand that every single one of us are consciously aware that we are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, and the highest of deepest, eternal gratitude. We couldn't participate in this meditation of high frequency unless we were. We also have the galactics, the off-worlders. all of these civilizations, many, many, many of them, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Syrians, feline, avian, Saturnians, Zeta Reticuli. I mean, there's just endless, just over 1,000 civilizations. Now, they have been with us for a very long time, and they've assisted us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, in freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And then we have all of our loved ones. All of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we have inhabited. They too are always around us and with us. They're in etheric form, they're in God form, pure consciousness. We also have massive amount of light energy beings. And these light energy beings are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And they are with us because we have called upon them. We also have light energy beings who have decided to be housed on this planet, on it, in it, above it, below it, in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light that we have formed around the equator of this planet Earth. Now picture this, visualize it. Now we have all of these light energy beings in this now, on this planet, in it, above it, below it. We have just a few, to name a few of them, we have the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trolls, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether. We have the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. Now, they come in all kinds of shapes, sizes, forms, configurations, of which many we've never seen before. So picture this now. Visualize it. All of us, all the light energy beings come in googolplexes. They're with us. Googolplex fill this whole universe. They come in the trillions, so visualize that. And so we all join together. We all connect, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of their gods with all of our gods. And all of us are consciously aware that we are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. And we all are in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And we create this brilliant, spectacular light. It is the frequency of our deep eternal love and our pure consciousness and our pure gratitude. That's what we visualize. That's what we see. We don't see physical form. Everywhere is this brilliant, radiant light. There is no darkness. It is all light. And we have everything at our disposal because it is part of all of us. We have the reflective gossamer field that's surrounding everything. We have the column that we created, larger than the solar system. And it just continually cascades down, golden ocean, all over us, everyone. And this is the pure consciousness, deep eternal love, deep eternal gratitude. If we lower our vibrational frequencies enough, we allow lower dark matter frequencies, lower survival frequencies to come in. See? We have a field of white fire. It's our armor. And when that happens, we bring in what we call the purple transmuting flame. Now this flame we use it's at our disposal, and we use it to literally transmute all of these lower vibrational frequencies into neutralized substance and literally send them back to pure consciousness where they are no more. We also have the violet ray. The violet ray is at our disposal at any time to bring it in and harmonize and lift that area that we just got through clearing with higher vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude, which then balances ourselves into the higher frequencies and restores our armor of white fire. We have the power of healing. We can heal. It's the emerald green flaming healing light that Archangel Raphael carries. We have the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the power that we have of our strength, our resolve. So we literally illuminate the entire cosmos. The sun and the solar system, it is blanked out because our light is so bright. So we continue to elevate ourselves above this planet Earth Gaia, and this meditation of light. And as we do this, we're all together, every one of us. And we are in this meditation, in this circle of light. Now, we look up, all of us, we see this massive meditative sphere. It said center circle. All of us, every single one of us, created this sphere over 2 years ago. It houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. And visualize what that is. That's all existence, meditating together in pure consciousness. It's all the off-world, it's all the galactics, all the light energy beings, everything, all of it, trillions of googolplexes. We literally are all one, connected, literally moving this energy into form in this absolutely omnipotently powerful meditation. That's why we can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And we continue to intensify, and we continue to expand. And our God-light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And we are all assembled to assist this planet in this meditation, into a higher frequency of joy, peace, tranquility, love, gratitude, bliss. Imagine that, visualize that. It's real. And then we see all of the brothers and sisters on this planet, all life, the highest value in universes. And it's being flooded. All of those who are asleep, all of those who fight themselves, all of them are literally being lifted by this massive, highest of highest high vibrational frequencies, this light, rejuvenating, regenerating, reorganizing. It's endless, and the power cannot be measured, of this deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and this deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude that we're all flowing with everywhere. Imagine that. It cannot be escaped because it is all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. There is no room for low vibrational frequencies, lower dark matter frequencies. They're being pulverized, vaporized. They cannot withstand the light of our true God, which is our pure consciousness. And we are all God-man. And we are all of us, have moved into the civilization of the universe. And we are all in 5D. And we will continue to ascend. And we will continue to advance. And our intensity continues to grow and expand. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Couple easy breaths in, out. Stay relaxed. Move slowly. Begin to open your eyes. And just be for a bit. Totally relaxed. In the now. And carry this visual with you the rest of the day into the evening and night, the following morning. All of us assembled, existing this planet, many different universes, all together as the one, in deep eternal love and gratitude.